been fighting a bit of a cold. Not surprising because it's technically is the very first. Well, we are experiencing a cold wave here in Florida, surprisingly. Anyways, today we are using a video from Kevin Samuels to help defy a subject that's been hitting the internet by storms lately, called A High Value Man. So, if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and by all means, show some love to Kevin Samuels' original channel. I know I have, so we can keep his legacy alive. Because after all, I think overall, men like us here in the West do need this. Let's get into it, shall we?
For me.
Okay, well, currently I'm talking to someone who is high value, or I think he's high value. I mean, he thinks so too. And you talk about how women have to be submissive, and I think that I'm doing, a decent job, but he's like my age, and
Oh no, he's not high
because
value. Nope, he's not high value. Can't be. Can't be
he
high
can't
value.
be high value.
Can't be high value before 30. Absolutely not. He has no money. He didn't earn it.
Well, no, he actually does.
No. I'm not gonna argue this point. Okay. Go back to what I say. You need to be making a certain amount of money over a period of time. Need to be acknowledged by other men as a high value peer or potential peer, a network of high value men and other people. It's almost impossible to do it before 30.
Now, I'm going to have to technically agree with Kevin Samuels on this. Because yes, I will admit I don't think money is the only factor in being a high value man. Because to be honest with you, my definition of a high sorry, still probably not cold. From my understanding, the definition of a high value man is a man who has developed the skills necessary to be an essential asset to someone's life, regardless of who they are or how much they make. Yes, money is a factor, but I don't think it's the only factor. If one were to tell me that, hey, just one thing explains something this complicated, my best advice is to walk out of the room. For example, if you're a man and you decide to cut a woman off, and you've been noticing that after you cut that woman off, hey, your lifestyle is constantly growing and exploding and getting better. Where the woman you cut off, her lifestyle is just going downhill. It's literally just one thing after another with her, and she's getting more angry and more upset. Well, vice versa, you're just getting happier and happier. Then I got news for you. You are, in fact, a high value man. Because you are proven to, you have gained the skills to be an essential asset to anyone's life, which technically goes hand in hand with making money. It really does. And these skills take a considerable amount of time in order to develop. They really do. Let's get back into it, shall we?
Okay.
I mean, I'm just a matter because it's important that you ladies stop calling everything high value just because somebody is earning more than somebody else. You can be a millionaire at 21. That doesn't make you a high value man.
Okay.
Hold on. BG, sit down and unmute yourself, please. Hi, how are you? I can't hear you. You muted yourself.
Apologies.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Okay, how old are you?
Hi.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
40?
I'm 40.
What year were you born?
1970.
Yeah, see, you should lie better. Don't lie to me. I mean, I don't. Okay, what do you want?
Well, I was actually born in 1996.
Okay,
So
I don't do that. Okay, well, we started off wrong. What do you want?
Well, I wanted to, I guess, give my 2 cents on the
Why should anybody listen to a liar?
Well, I was just playing with you.
No, we
I
don't know
wasn't.
each other. Why? No, 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 no.
Well,
No, 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 no. That's no. Why should anybody listen to a liar with a bonnet on their head?
well,
Why should anybody listen to a liar with a bonnet on their head in a dirty room?
well.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, this is one of the traits of a high value man, are skills. For you see, a high value man has the skills necessary to not tolerate disrespect from anybody, regardless of how much money he or the other person makes. He knows that his value isn't just within his money, but within the skills he brings, as Kevin Samuels has actually demonstrated. So, yes, a high value man does not have any real reason to tolerate disrespect, like dealing with a woman who's lying to him. In fact, he can easily just call her out, walk away, and then grab a big bowl of popcorn and watch the fireworks start. That's what a high value man is capable of doing, since he has those skills, as Kevin Samuels is clearly demonstrating. And I once again apologize for my cold. Do hope all you guys are still enjoying it despite that. So let's get back into it.
Go ahead. Tell us why we should listen to a liar with a bonnet on their head in a dirty room.
Well, you did allow me to join the meeting, and I really appreciate it.
I did before you lied to me. Is that how you start off a conversation with a strange person, a show? You think that's proper?
It
Is
is
that how you were raised?
no, it
Okay, your
wasn't.
mother and father will be proud that you did that.
No, they would.
Okay, then
They
why
would
don't you damn well apologize?
please accept my apologies, Mr. Samuels.
All I'm trying to get. Go ahead. What would you like? Because I mean, we got to stop being so informal with each other. That's not okay, young lady.
I agree. I agree, sir, especially given the differences in our station, our ages, and clearly
Well,
the things that you have access to.
well,
There's
that
quite a lot of space between us, and I should
yeah.
have been more polite. So, again, I do apologize.
What was the point you would like to make?
Well, I just thought it was funny because my hair is kind of short.
I said,
So you made a
what was the
mention.
point? What was the point that you would like to make?
Well, I was going to say that yes, while it might be, I agree with you to some degree that this is a high value man's world. But, you know, Mr. Brown, another very wise and worldly man, he did say that even though it's a man's world, it would be nothing without a woman or a girl. So that's my 2 cents.
There'd be nothing without a woman or a girl to do what?
Well, to live for
No,
or to live with. I think
no,
it's very
no,
fascinating.
no.
Okay.
First off, you don't overtalk
Well,
me. Don't overtalk me. That's one big thing we don't do. If men, okay, it's a man's world, but it'd be nothing without a woman. Really? Let's interrogate that.
I mean, it wasn't my idea. It
No,
was
I'm
around
asking. Well, let's interrogate it though. Let's interrogate it. Are you in a house, an apartment, or a dorm room?
I'm in a home, a
Mhm.
house.
Okay. Uh, who do you think actually built the house you're in? Was it a crew of men or a crew of women?
I imagine it was a crew of men, sir. I am
Okay.
familiar with your
Okay.
work.
I
So I
get
didn't
it.
want
Well,
to.
no, you don't overtalk me. That's not the point. So it is a man's world, and women have their place. But what place is that?
It's in the kitchen.
I wouldn't say kitchen, but okay. Where else?
It's um, with the children.
Do women have anything to do outside of the home?
Of course.
Now, everybody, this is another way on how you This is another skill that high value men develop or learn how to use. See, high value men don't really tolerate nonsense. High value men very bluntly call it out, just like Kevin Samuels and a lot of people are doing nowadays. For you see, this woman is saying that, hey, a wise man once said that it is man's world, but it'll be nothing without a woman. Well, I'm going to have to disagree with that. For you see, this is not sexist. This is the facts of labor statistics. Men are the ones who built the world. Well, when the feminist movement came into play, women said, okay, the world's now finished being built. We want it. Well, I got news for you ladies. That's pretty much the equivalent of a man who built a nuclear power plant and then just decided to, and then just for the heck of it, he decided to hand over managing that nuclear power plant to a crew of women who have no education or no training and have literally zero to no clue what they're doing, and then expecting, oh, it's okay if things go kaboom, then we could just expect everyone to be okay with a man taking the fault for it who has nothing to do with it. Well, that's not going to work out, ladies. It really is not. As you can clearly see, well, that's just an analogy of what Kevin Samuels is doing. Now, when it comes to the concept of a man needing a woman, well, men do not need a woman to help him be the better version of himself. Because, hey, if a man can build a castle by himself, he technically is the best version of himself. What a man actually needs is a woman to help him relax back at home, to heal him so he can go back out there and face the battles. That's what a man needs a woman for. Not to complete him, but to help him relax.
First,
What would you say?
you know, I know because you are part of a Black Greek organization that you are aware of how Black sororities, they still do to some degree, but how they used to like run charities and like women clubs meetings, and they would get together and say, you know what, we need a library, in this town. So let's all get together. Maria, Susan,
Do they do that
everybody, let's
anymore?
make some pies.
Do they do that? Do they do that
and
today?
fundraise.
Do they do
I
that
think
today?
so. White women certainly do.
Okay. Was that beneficial to the community?
Of course, it was. I think it still is for the communities who continue those practices.
Do we do it in our community?
I think so to some degree, but just not to the extent
Why
that
not?
it used to
Why
be.
not?
Well, because women are otherwise occupied.
Doing what?
Well, it's quite vulgar. So I don't know if I should say it, but your terminology is riding the cock carousel.
What are they doing when they're not doing that?
They're working very hard to make money and be socially mobile.
The average Black woman earns less than $50,000. 74% of Black women earn less than $50,000 a year.
I
They're
know,
excuse me.
and yet
Don't overtalk me.
are you
There's
gonna
not much.
smack me?
There's not much social mobility for 3/4 of our women because they make less than 50,000.
Yes, it is a pity
It's not a pity.
and a damn shame.
It's not a pity. It's not a pity. It's predictable.
Well, I think it's a
It's not a pity. It's predictable. It's predictable because just like all the attitudes you have and the sass and the silliness, this is what happens. You get a bunch of women living by themselves, doing what they want. Nobody takes you seriously. So when you're working hard to live by yourself. As I would say, the cock carousel is a distraction from the pain. I want you guys to understand something. Why I let that go is because whether she knew it or not, this is like an avatar or a caricature of how so many people see modern Black women. You come in here with somebody old enough to be your father, and you think it's a joke. It's a game.
And now this is another trait, skill of a high value man, everybody. Literally within the definition I'm supporting. Where you see high value men, we learn the skill of, well, to be quite frank, we learn that there's no real reason to be afraid to challenge or question a woman's position. We are just not afraid of it. Now, does it get annoying? Yes. But as you clearly see with Kevin Samuels, we know him better than to take the bait and lose our temper, but rather instead, we give the woman a Q&A, where we just ask them factual-based questions on their BS that they're not prepared to answer for. A lot of times it'll be on a recording device that we'll be able to convince them to do on their own free will. And the reason why we convince them is exactly how Kevin Samuel says. Predictability. We have seen the patterns of women like this multiple times. We know for a fact that, hey, losing control of anything to a man is going to be a very heavy emotional trigger for them. And therefore, when they do, they will be willing to agree to be recorded in order to have their shot at taking us down. But then that doesn't happen, as you clearly see with Kevin Samuels, because we're not taking the bait. We are fully self-aware of what they're trying to do. We know what they're trying to do because we've seen it happen multiple times, and we're mentally prepared for it. This is a skill that takes years of that takes years to develop. It's not something that happens overnight, as you can clearly see.
With a bonnet on your head. And then give them a chance to have a conversation. Just, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. All right.
I'll make you famous.
Young ladies, y'all need to start taking yourself more seriously. Talking about the young men, you young ladies need to start taking yourself seriously. By 25, you were a grown woman 50 years ago. Today, we're allowing you to get all the way to 30 and still call yourselves young. You're not young. We have a large case of arrested development in our community. And our women, by the time they spend so much time thinking they're young, by the time they're in their damn danger zone, many women get to their early 30s before they really seriously start realizing they're not young women. And this is one thing I will agree, because you still think you're so dope. You think you're still so such a... Bottom line is, you ladies don't know how to really rank yourselves, rate yourselves, what the market really sees of you. And you think that you are still 21, 22, 23 when you're 27, 28, 33, 40. It ain't that way. That's why you got women who are 42 talking about they want sugar daddies. Where are the wives? Where are the to-be grandmothers? So yes, we do need wife schools. Yep, we do need wife schools. We need modern day wife schools. Because, sorry, you didn't learn it in your homes. Husband schools aren't a bad idea, but I'm speaking to the women right now. You need modern day wife schools. Because, I'm serious, what man wants to seriously deal with women like that? It's either a joke or you're mad. Where's the neutral ground? Where's the normal, sane, sober-minded, disciplined, classy, sophisticated women? It's either you're ratchet or you're foolish.
And now this is another trait of a high value man, or another skill that I'm pretty sure you guys are noticing, where a high value man knows how to be quiet and observe and see things, and then not be afraid to call it out when, hey, it's necessary. He's not afraid. For example, we see a lot of feminists out there who essentially want to, well, they only want equality when it benefits them. They really want men to agree to just stay, who built the world, to just stay silent. Now they can't take us on physically, because biologically men are, well, we are physically stronger. That's not sexist. That's just pointing out muscle mass and bone density, everybody. So how do feminists win at this? Well, it's very simple, really. It has a few categories. First thing is that feminists need to use a man's shame to make him stay quiet. That's how they attack the reputation. After all, they want men to just accept the narrative that, hey, men are evil, women are good, and that's that. And in order to make someone entertain that, first you need to shame them, and basically attack a man's reputation and try to shame him. The second category is you need all men to stay quiet, not be willing to speak out. Hence the reason why so many feminists get angry at these kind of videos. That's right. The real biggest thing is that feminists men need to have complete and total control over reproduction. You have the reproduction rights. In order to give people in positions of power to take accepting this narrative very seriously. Or in order to give it to their demands when, hey, we all know you can't force us to do it on a physical level. It's basically psychology right there. And the reason why so many feminists absolutely hate high value men who choose to become passport bros, well, thing is, what feminists do by promoting this narrative is that they say, hey, you either support this narrative we're promoting about men being evil, women are good, and we'll give you sex, or you don't support it and you go a life without sex. That's the ultimatum they give us. Well, hate to break it to everybody, but that's not a choice. That's literally someone handing you a gun. Now, the thing about passport bros is that our high value men become passport bros, is that we decided to look, observe, research, and we find the third option. Passport bros. Get away from overseas, which completely burns down every single one of those tactics that the feminist movement utilizes us, creating a situation, hey, that ultimatum, that gun you gave us, we don't take it seriously anymore, because we know the ultimatum, the gun, is not loaded. So we're just going to take it as a joke and walk away. That's right. Bottom line is, if any of you men are with a woman and she goes off making the threat, hey, I can leave you any given time I like, or I don't need you, well, some men might cave into that pressure. But high value men like Kevin Samuels will just say, okay, goodbye. We know what reverse psychology is. We know that if you're utilizing an ultimatum, well, ultimatums are actually confessions. That, let me backtrack. Ultimatums are also flat out confessions that you need us more than we need you. Now, I'm going to go rest up this cold. Thank you all for your patience, and you'll have a nice day now. I really appreciate you, and Happy New Year.